that I left out for a little add-on. Got your old boy Bitchwater Whyte or Quickwater Whyte or AMG or White Gay. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Simmons. Anyways, just a couple of years back or so, got kicked out of Walmart, right? Well, check this out. We called the number. Well, we didn't do anything wrong, first and foremost. I'm gonna fill that in. We didn't do anything wrong to get kicked out. But we called the number to get ourselves back in. And they said that he was clear and that they couldn't get a hold of my number because it was too big. I ain't no such thing as a big number, first and foremost. So this is what I personally believe myself, that bruh snitched. Because it makes sense, because he went back in there a week later, right? After that week later, a lot of the people that posse or crew, you know, a lot of the people that hung around, right? Entourage, if you will, all got kicked out after that. And they were all black too. A couple of white ones, but all black too, right? So a lot of us can figure out why. Well, why is that? Well, put it together. So it happened in 2011. 2016, it's like 5 years now. So probably 6. So if you put together, it makes sense. Because a lot of them didn't care for him or didn't like him. The only reason why they didn't bother him, because he is with me, and I said, you know, just let him go, stuff like that. And even when it came to hang around my house, you know, a lot of, like I said, a lot of them don't like him. A lot of the reasons within the end of Quickwater Whyte video. So because of that, and my word, and me being the street cat that I am, right, has to be the OG in the situation. Just be cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's just have a good time. So, you know, that's exactly what happened. But a lot of them got kicked out because of him. And yet he still goes to Walmart till this day. Another little friend of mine got kicked out 2 years later. And he tried calling that number, said it didn't go through. So he got him kicked out. Same Walmart where his little buddy would be patrolling at. The undercover secret shopper, man, the person that got mom set up and thrown in jail. And she said after that, you know, she would have to sneak in, right? She would have to sneak in at times and tell. He said something, you know, because, like I said, his little buddy undercover secret shopper. So I would come there all the time during the day, nighttime, in the parking lot, scope it out, because I already caught dude once, you know, scooped his ass. So, like I said, man, bro, snitch. But yeah, it's the Walmart right there he got her kicked out of. I'm by myself out here at night and whatever. And, you know, it always been that way, good percentage of the time. You know, keeping it real, whatever you want to call it and stuff like that. But, you know, a lot of things, and the end of it really don't make sense, because going back to what I said, how it started, from my point of view, now let me remind you guys, it's been that way with him before I knew him. But my point of view, when I did know him, alright, you know, I take due word on it that he about his shit. Come find out he wasn't. Okay. You know, with music, you know, where there's music part and there's a street part. The street part of it is this, and it's very simple, not that hard at all to understand. It really isn't. The street part of it is this, man. If you're talking about it, about who's done what, cool, man, but keep that between you and the other person. If you live within the suburbs, a quiet city life, and that's what you know, cool, man, there ain't a problem with that. Rap about the suburbs, partner. If you want to rap about partying because he drinks. Right? He likes parties. Alright, go to bars, man. If you had a few struggles here and there, cool. Rap about that. But don't claim some shit if you ain't about on that shit when it comes to the streets. Plain and simple. Now, when it came to him running his mouth, a lot of it is on social media. He disabled his old Facebook page. A lot on that Facebook page, I didn't bother to screenshot before my phone cut out. Cool. And you don't have to claim stuff on that, man. Music-wise, when it comes to music, you don't have to sit there and rap at something you ain't. I get it. You have some big idols that do. I get it, man. But your parents never allowed that kind of music within the house. Your cousin introduced you to that. Knowing good damn well he shouldn't have did that. Because in the end it didn't turn out good for you. Not at all. You grew up listening to country music. Alright. Cool, man. But at the same time, you never live a country lifestyle either. Alright. Ain't nobody judging you then on that. But you didn't come from where I came from. You didn't come from a lot of stuff that you talk about. Now you switched it to doing rock and country. Because you know ain't nobody want to listen to that country rap shit. It ain't what's poppin'. At all. So, my ChEDDErTarY is this, man. You going back to how you once was, quiet city life. Alright, but then you want to be a bad hick. It ain't about it either. And going back to what I was saying, he disabled his old Facebook page because he would run his mouth. He's a social media baby. He ain't a street cat. Keep it real. He would talk shit, and a lot of people call him out, and his own mother would tell him to shut the fuck up, call him out on shit, saying, look, you're not gangster, you're not from the streets. Don't sit there and run your mouth about us saying we never helped you, help we weren't around when they were. And I seen that firsthand because they did help you. And you claiming that they didn't. So, I think you get the point and everyone else does. You can't be out there saying shit. I'm an OG in this. I'm trying to give you advice, and the reason why I'm doing this is helping you, man, point things out to you. But you don't want to listen. You're getting bad advice for everybody else, and you're making me go hard on you, man. That's why you can't handle shit. Alright, let's say, you know, if you were born in a bad community, in Provitori, alright, you can rap about your struggle, rap about what you've seen, but don't say you did it when you didn't, and don't say you got work in it when you don't. You can still rap about that. Alright, some people try the street life, and they can't handle it, so they get out of it. Alright, cool. But they still have no reputation of being hood. At all. So, I don't know how many times I can keep explaining this. Like, this is the last part of it. But you made me do this. I don't want to do it, but you made me do it. At the same time, don't come crying to me if something happens. Because if it do, alright, cool, man. But, well, not cool, but you know what I mean. So if something happens, you brought it upon yourself. I can't get you out. I can't save you. I'm not with you. We got 1 more year left. Then you out of the army. They can't protect you no more. Eventually, one day, you're going to have to learn how to take your consequences and your actions like a man. And face up to them. Because one day, you're going to have to answer for all of them. You may have to answer to God one day. If not God, you have to answer to the people. Because you don't want to answer, because you have to have everyone talk for you. And stuff like, you know, you gotta have people talk for you. Because you can't talk for yourself.
To also put it like this, and this is for the people that think it's a gimmick. Man, this ain't no gimmick. And this is the final part, right? So the name of this one, In the Creek Water Whyte, the final part. I'm going to break this down in 4 categories, right? Personal level, street level, as a man, in religion. Now, I'm not going to get too much on the religion part, but here's on the personal level, right? Personal level is this. I'm going to break this down as much as possible. Personal level is this. As a man, on a personal note, how it started is this. Okay, if you ain't about what you say in your music and what you going through, and if you have somebody there, a good percentage of the time that knows what's up, they gonna know what's up, because you don't want to screw them people over. You don't want to lose them people that are gonna be there for you, because once you screw up with them, they gonna leave. This is where you screwed up at. Anybody that's listening, this is where Creekwater Whyte screwed up at with me. This is on a personal note, right? This is what a personal note. 2011. I was busy for a whole month. Understand something, man. I got off probation, my second part of probation. I got done with my court. I was no longer on house arrest. And I had to pay up other charges, what I called in Nashville as well. Right? I did that. That came, everything for me paying for all that came out of my pocket. I had several arrest warrants on me. You best believe I answered for them. And I did do my time. I went through it. Now, I had court again for something good but not bad. Disability court. I was damn near close to death. When my disability went through, it was the summer, right? It went through the summer of 2012. I remember I was close to death. I looked like death. I had one more choice of me in life, would have been 6 feet under. I wasn't gonna go back to jail for anything. All right, that 13 grand from them saved my life. But please understand, that money had to be separated. It had to go to the court, the judge, the lawyers, Social Security office. I had it, plus my parents, and then I got 2 G's out of that. The next day was the regular pay. Regular pay was around $800. I got to see $500 from that. So I had 2015 grand on me. Now, when I decided to get myself cleaned up, I went buy myself some clothes, invest into a little clothing deal, worked at a clothing store, hooked up with my cousin who did music. A month later, I had money in my account, money in my pocket. Things changed quick. I had to put myself in a better position. I deserved better things about myself and stuff because I earned that. Whyte ran his mouth that day. Ran his mouth. People asked, hey man, you know the boy doing it, right? What do you mean? He got himself a little music deal, got a good little job, little clothing deal, got some money from SSI, got some money in his pocket. He doing good. He ran his mouth and said, oh no, his parents took out a loan and gave him some money. No. You best believe the day when he came over, I told him, like, look, bro, I don't appreciate you running your mouth saying that my parents gave me money because they didn't. And mom came in and told you about that shit and proved it to you. There was no loan and showed you the checks that came in with that. Going back, also where you said, dude, you never had a job. Bro, I worked at McDonald's. I used to work at the TLC. I got pay tabs to prove that shit. You guys seen the pay tabs off the first video. Going back, when you said that if it wasn't for you, because you disabled your old Facebook page, right? You disabled your own Facebook page because you don't. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that on the street part. But on the personal, I said, man, if it wasn't for you, because you put something on there, and you said if it wasn't for you, I never would have been in music. I never would have been getting paid. First and foremost, you never put me on anything, man. What brought me into music? Because I got my stripes in these streets. I earned mine. You don't have a street mentality. You ain't from that. Because you a sucker. You don't have to live by them codes like I do. Because you were brought up in a white safe community, suburbs. First and foremost, at that. Right? Okay? Take it a little bit further. For one, if you saying if it wasn't for you and I never would get paid, then where's your money at? Because there was no money, because you weren't making it, because boys didn't want to mess with you on that level. At all. So, you didn't put me on shit. I put myself on with that. Got a little help from somebody else. Everything else was up to me, and I made damn near farther than you had. Right? You didn't put me on to the street level, bro. You didn't put me on shit. The person that put me on, he's 6 feet under. He ain't no longer living. His brother in prison for life. He ain't getting out. Another thing. The day that I brought you, the day when I talked to you, I offered you a deal. Remember, people, I offered him a good deal. Your mother's gonna give you $500 for Christmas, so you can get some things. You know, you got locked up, you got yourself, in trouble. You had to pay that back. I offered him $1,000 out of my pocket when he wandered around his mouth. when they shut him up after he seen the proof because he was hurt. He didn't know how to accept it. He didn't want to see somebody doing good. I offered you $1,000 out of my pocket. I said, man, I got it here in 20s, or we can go to the bank and get it on 100s. A little deal to help him get lifted off. Because a year later, I was no longer in Tennessee, man. I was on the road getting paid $2,000 a night with my cousin, gaining in some other investment deals. Best believe that. But yeah, I got caught up in the moment with that. But we'll get to that part as a man later. So here's the thing. During beyond that, you stole from me. I was asleep. You hacked into some of my shit and changed some of my passwords. I know this because I had a friend who does computers and helped me install the programs and the virus programs and the protective programs. That's where you fucked up. That's where you messed up. Then I had to let you have it. So I ruined your life. Then you wanted to be on some sucker shit. Because one, you violated some of your probation. You gave out folks. That's a sucker that can't accept it because you weren't built for it. That's why you had to give up people, man. You gave up me because cops came to my place. I got stopped. Because you wanted to be a sucker. Because you couldn't handle the pain too. You wanted to be a sucker. Get out of here with that. Now, part that led to it even more, when you had your little buddy get mom set up at Walmart, then over at Kroger's, got her locked up. She didn't tell you about that. I didn't tell you about that, but you brought that up last year. So how in the hell do you know about that? Because you were involved in it. People that go back and take a look at that first video, you see the paperwork on it. Yet again, going back, you're a sucker. You're a chump. You don't got to live by them street codes. People that told me to eat back and, hey, man, leave it alone for what it is. I listen because they say, hey, man, dude ain't about that street life. Ain't about that. A person, somebody came to me and told me what the hell you did when you snitched on him to get him locked up. Because you don't have to live by them codes everyday life like I did. Because you a sucker. You ain't that street life. You a chump. You a pussy. Keep it real. Right? Next. Another thing that was personal. You want to start screwing people over. Now those that want to know that story, look up the video. Me on leaving Creekwater Whyte late. It tells you all about that. So, we go on further. You saying you robbed me when you never robbed me. That done been exposed. You a sucker. Right? Now, let's go to the street part. You were out in the quiet suburbs. You were never allowed to listen to rap. You were quiet listening to rock and country. Switching to something you wasn't because of your older cousins introduced you to it, dressed you up like it. You wanted to be about something you wasn't about because you didn't come from it. You didn't come from that at all, man. A real person on the street don't go around snitching, bro. You got to be able to handle what comes with it. You weren't built for it. Going back to what I said, man. Some people that enter into it ain't built for it. Alright, cool, so don't rap about it. But what you can rap about is what you see. and some of your struggles that you did go through. But don't rap about the gangster stuff if you ain't about it. That is real. Don't say you out there making money if you ain't making it. But we'll get into that as a man later. Now, we take it a step more. Right? Your idols that you listen to, because you were a big 50 Cent fan. Everyone like 50. I like 50. But you wanted to be like 50. You couldn't be like him. Your cousin got more CDs and more music than you. But the thing is, you don't want to record them at the end. Because on the street stuff, make sure the man level is this. You would turn him down. You would make up bullshit about, man, the studio's closed down, this and that. No. He would come to me so I could record him. Because you didn't want to record him. That's why you have him as a DJ. Because a lot of people would like to listen to his stuff more than you. But you were afraid that he would blow up and be bigger than you. You felt him a threat. That's why, going back to what I said even in the first video, and in this one, all his little posse, he don't want to let them eat. Because he's afraid that they will get bigger than him. And he don't want that. So he has to keep them in the background while he's in front. But we'll get to more of that as a man. One part that street is this. When I told you about your little buddy was talking shit about you, I couldn't get a hold of you. Because I had to tell the next person was your wife. I kept it real. That was the truth. When you go talk to him, something don't make sense. But I confronted him over the phone when he called. I didn't feel like arguing with him in person. But then you want to take his word? Alright, that's cool, partner. You could take his word. But then that's your buddy because he a cop and you a snitch. That make you both chumps and suckers. If you gotta know something about your buddy, man, he's two-faced and he likes to twist people's words. And he knows who I'm talking about. He knows who I'm talking about. Right? So, with that part being said, I was on the street part. Actually, no, it wasn't. This part right here is also on the street part, but it's going to fall into being as a man. Now we're going to get to it as a man. I'm a man when it comes to making money. First and foremost, I offered you a deal like I said. You could have been on a roll with me a year later. You could have been making stuff. Here's what got me caught up. I trusted my lawyer and my money manager. They got me caught up in the IRS. They got me in trouble with Uncle Sam. So I had to file for bankruptcy. I had to sell things. I had to lose money because I wasn't going to go do 6 years for shit that I didn't do. Because I trusted a certain group of individuals that called me, also sent me letters in the mail when it came to doing taxes. As a man, I decided to go with it. I decided to see how it would play out as a man. Because people ain't worth going to prison over like that. Now, granted, I did trust the wrong individuals with my money, lesson learned. But you can guarantee I gained that money back, then some. And a lot more gained back on top of that. Or at least I thought I did. But you know what? You want to go into a little bit of a level like that? Last year, when you wanted me to show me last year with you, I got arrested. Black SUVs pulled up at Shell's gas station. I got caught up because my money management was intimidated by the person here. That person had to sign over their rights. Because now everything was being bought for my money, even taking loans out. It was brought under my name, guns and wealth, cars and a house. Taxes not being handled. That got me in trouble. Granted, there was 5 parties involved, and this took 2 days in court up in Nashville, so I had to stay up there. I'm not going to get into all that. Just know nobody won and nobody lost, but things were handled as coordinate, and I took mine as a man. Like I said, after that, I did gain more back, and then some after that. Everything was granted to me in the end. But just know this, I ain't gonna get into all that. I said what I had to say with that part. Now, I make mine. I have proof and visual of that. I've been paying taxes since 2009. Now go back and watch that first video of me explaining that. Now, when it comes to you, you want to live off of it. Look what Courtney did. She took your money because you want her bank account. When that money went to her bank account, she said thank you and left your ass. Because you can't bring a bunch of money like that on a plane. Then again, the reason why you joined, because you tattled out. You snitched. That caught up with you. You can't run from the past forever. One day you're going to have to answer for that. You're going to have to answer for everything you've done one day. Because you can't handle it what comes with it. That's why you ran like that. You living off your wife. That's not a hustle. That's not a job. Your thing is you work for a little bit because she ain't going to pay for something. After what you get what you need from that, you leave. You don't leave, you quit working. But you see what I'm saying? Living off somebody else ain't a hustle, bro. That ain't a job. That's not what being a man is. Being verbally abusive, being intimidation, abusive, you get locked up for that. When it comes to playing around and when you get really physical with it, to where you're being a jackass, it's called being physical abusive. Lucky she don't report your ass, because then your ass would have been fucked. But then you didn't get out of it because you snitched. I had your back during the Coco situation. When they wanted to jump you, I called them out. I was going to be the one to throw them shots. I was going to bust out the damn truck and fire on all them people, man, to make sure nothing happened to you. But then you still wanted to talk to behind my back? That's some sucker shit, bro. You a sucker. In the end, you don't have to live by that street codes like I do, because you a sucker. That's real. I told you the people that told me everything, bro. I know they ain't gonna lie to me, but you want to play stupid and act like you don't know them? You know who I was talking to them about? You don't want to question them because you know better, because you a sucker. There's no gimmicks to anything, man. At all. Because you ain't a man. You didn't change for the better. You changed for the worse. Like I said, one day you're going to have to answer for that. You're going to have to answer for everything you did and lied about, everything you said, lied about, told. Every fucking damn thing. Because you said you're an artist, right? But you doing shows for free. And you making that guy over there, that poor man over there, lose money. Like I said, he was talking shit when you left. He was happy that you were gone, because now he could be able to make money. Now that you're back, he has to raise the rent up, because you don't want to charge people, because you want free beer night. Don't you know a bar's main income is beer? They make more money off that liquor. But you making them lose money from not charging, having free beer nights, having people underage come in to where he can get in trouble for that if something happens. Because it's going to be on him. It's not going to be on you. Because you won't have to live with that on your shoulders like he would. And you want to keep your artist in the background. You can't have CJ do a song or make a solo project because you're afraid he might get bigger than you. You have Quentin being a DJ because you don't want to be an artist. Because back then, he was better than you, man, because people want to listen to him more. You found him as a threat. Now you got him in the background because you're afraid he might get bigger than you. You have to have a posse. I don't have a posse. I have no one with me that's talk for me, fight for me. I gotta do that. That's being a man. Taking care of people. I took care of you. You know I took care of you. I took you and gave you food and clothes. I took in other people. I help other people. I help pay the house, the car. I have to help moms out. Because Kevin, he barely works. Me looking out for people. Me taking care of my son. Making sure my ex-baby mother good too. That's being a man. You ain't a man. You don't have to put up. You don't have to do that. I pay up. I even still pay taxes like I did the other day. As a man, I don't run from anything. I keep shit solid. But you don't. You gotta have people talking for you, man, because you can't do it yourself. You ain't a man. You a sucker. A sucker. It's sad because you have potential, but you're too afraid, and you're a sucker, and you don't want to be a man about things, man. You need to answer. First and foremost, put it like this as religion. Now, religion part is this. Me being revolution, or evolution, it's really evolution of Buddha, with Jesus, and the Egyptian belief with the Native Americans. I gotta be a warrior. Goes into being a man. You gotta fight for your own. No one's gonna be there to hold your hand and walk with you. You gotta take care of people. You gotta show love, and you also have to want peace. You gotta find yourself first. You have to fall before you can come up. You have to learn how to crawl before you can walk. You gotta run before you can jog. We need to know who you are. You don't do that at all. You don't do none of that. You have to lie to yourself. There's times I used to have to lie to myself, man, because I had to fall hard. I used to be a pill popper. I used to be addicted to that shit, man. I used to cut myself. Yeah, I used to get made fun because I was overweight. Plus, I had special ed classes. So I carried a screwdriver, man. Yeah, I have a gym membership, but I can barely go to the gym because the payment methods are messed up. It's supposed to be $20 a month, but yet they're taking out $40 out of my account and still saying there's no money in it. Alright, cool. Let me leave that alone. But one thing I never did was run. I guarantee you, I'm trying to make sure I'm clean before I go. But if I go to hell, so be it. But one day you're going to have to answer for all your shit. It may not be today, tomorrow, next month, or next year. But you're going to have to answer. You're going to have to, man. And that's real talk. I can't go back working for a sucker. I can't go back working with and being friends with a sucker. That's not how it works in this game called life, bruh. That ain't not how it works, man. Where I'm from, you don't do that shit. When you say a new place, you got to get a little bit of place outside of Columbia because you can't go anywhere else because you owe money. If you really funk like that and have it, pay up for what you need to pay up, but you don't. You living on somebody, bro. Keep it real. You a sucker. We all made mistakes. I made mistakes. But at least I own up to mine like a man. And at the end of the day, you a sucker. You don't gotta live by them codes, man. A lot of people told me to drop and leave it alone. Because they know the truth. They say don't worry about it. This is the last final part to speak of it, because now I feel like I got everything what I needed to be said, even though it took a 2-hour video and probably almost around an hour video for this. I make something off mine. Yeah, I get paid for my music. I'm lucky enough if I see $60 off it, man. I get paid from SoundCloud too. I get $1,000 from SoundCloud. That $1,000 goes for paying taxes, man, to Uncle Sam. Just know that it's every 3 months. Everything that you trying to do that you ain't doing right, I've been done that and did it right, even before I knew you. You know that. You seen it for yourself. Don't play stupid, what you will, because suckers play stupid. When people ask about Whyte, if they want to know, right about the label, the first person that pop up in their mind is me. Because I was the face of that. I'm still the face of my own brand, partner. That's real. You know that. I get it. Right now, my new project that's on SoundCloud, the redone, recorded, reboot project from Stand By Me from 2 years ago, is where I wanted it to be now since I redid it. Yeah, I'm added up to almost around 200 plays in. I'm doing good. I know how to communicate and talk to people and get business done because I'm a man. But you always had me to do it for you because you didn't want to be a man about it. Why do you think people would communicate with me more? I can hold a conversation with a total complete stranger. Even though I don't know him because I've been known to do that. Everything that adds up to this, from what I know you see, cool. I know you see this one, cool. Everybody else will too, cool. I finally feel like I finally got what I need to say off my chest with these, with a 2-hour video to almost probably an hour video, or half an hour. I won't go back working with you, kick it with you, nothing, because you a sucker. I'm not going to have you ruin my shit, what I got going, because you want to be a sucker and not do it yourself. So the end of it is this. Personal level, you cross me, man. But I let it go because you're a sucker and you're a snitch. Street level, you rap, you try to represent something you ain't and talking about shit you never been through and you don't want to be real about it. So you a sucker. Being a man, you living off others not wanting to confess up and wanting to run and hide and having people talk and fight for you while you hide behind them. You a sucker. Religion, you refuse to believe and find yourself because you a sucker. I can't be around it. I got a 4-year-old child to look after. It's my son. Real talk. I ain't gonna explain myself on that, but I will anyway. Me and his mother, we've been apart 11 years. 3 years ago, we met up. It is what it is with that part. 3 years later, she kept it from me. I didn't know about it. So after 3-4 months ago, 4 years old, I stepped up and started taking care of the child. And then I also had to pay up to her. That's being a man. You in that predicament, you wouldn't do it because you a sucker. And it is what it is with that. You know, people gonna believe what they want, cool. But now you know. Everything that adds up to it, now you know. That's real. I'll link down 2 certain videos, and this, actually 3 of them in the description below for this video so you guys can take a look at it. And you guys get the whole story once you all put it together. But there ain't no gimmicks behind this. Ain't nobody making money off of this. Just know that. I speak from the heart. I always give people an opportunity, chance, man. If you think something fake, call me out on it. If you think something still fake, find proof on it about me. Every time I give people an opportunity, they can't come up with nothing. They don't want to do shit. It's real. know, yeah, I still hear him out there talking shit here and there. Because he'll start having that's what suckers do, bro. You afraid to address it, cool, man. The thing is, I ain't gonna address it. I'm afraid to waste. No, I ain't afraid, but the thing is, I'm afraid to waste my breath with you. Because I know you will do the same thing, man. Because you had to have your ex hit me up one day, Courtney, to tell me to leave you alone because you had a mental breakdown. You couldn't handle shit as a man because you didn't come through Columbia, so you had to keep making a detour because you had to have your girl hit me the fuck up to talk to you because you ain't a man, because you wanted to be a sucker. Like I said, I gave the details of the conclusion. I'm filling in a little bit more. I will link 3 videos down in the description below to this video. The people that will watch them, you guys put it together yourselves, man. And after you do that, you get the whole story and whatever your conclusion is at the end. So I'm done, man. I'm out.